Today I'm going to show you how to save poppy seeds, and let me tell you, poppies are one of the easiest flower to seed save from. They're a great one for kids to start learning how to seed save, and honestly you get so many seeds from just a single pod. So I'm going to show you how to save your own poppy seeds and you will never run out of flowers. Most gardeners really enjoy poppies. Not only are they beautiful and they add an amazing pop of color to any garden space, they're super easy to grow. Poppies don't really require a lot of special care. They don't require a lot of special amending of the soil. They're pretty happy to grow wherever. And poppies can be direct sown, so you don't have to start them ahead of time and transplant them out. In fact, they do better when they're directly sown in the soil. And each poppy head is going to form a large amount of poppy seeds. So they're going to re-sow themselves. So even though they're an annual and they're going to die back, they're going to heavily re-sow wherever they are. They're a really good choice for areas where you don't necessarily want to access it all the time, or maybe you don't have the ability to get water out there, or you just need to add some color quick, easy. You don't want to fuss with it. Poppies are a good way to go. So I'm going to show you today how to save poppy seeds, because it's also incredibly easy. And each poppy head forms a large amount of seeds. So we're going to take a peek today at how to do that. And it's such a fun activity that's actually a really good one to get the kids involved in. And if you're saving your own seeds, you'll essentially never need to buy poppies again, because you can take those seeds and spread them wherever you need them, share them with friends, enjoy all of the color for endless amounts of seasons from just a few poppy heads. This is another patch of poppies that we have. It is a long-headed poppy. So similar to the ones that you saw before, the long-headed poppies are a very popular variety. It's the one that's most commonly grown in gardens, although there are numerous varieties. So with the long-headed poppies, you'll see the green growth start to form in the early spring. The leaves are very fern looking, very lacy looking. After that, you'll see these flowering stalks come up, and on the top there will be a flowering head. It's usually bent over and usually has like hairs on it almost. And as that head starts to develop, you'll see it start to lift and the petals will emerge. Once it's done blooming, the petals will drop off and what's left are these seed heads. So these little pods are where the seeds have developed inside. And after a while, they'll go from green and they'll die back and look like this. And if you leave them long enough, what happens is they'll split or they'll fall over, and all of those seeds that are inside are going to be distributed. So I'm going to show you how we harvest the seed heads. Basically, you'll want to pull back one of the seed heads. If you take off that little cap, like that, you can actually pour out the seeds. So I wanted to give you a better look at one of these seed heads. So here's the poppy seed head that I pulled off of the plant, and there's that little cap. So if we just simply snap that off and then turn it upside down, all of those seeds are going to fall out. Now, they will not do that until they're fully ripe. So once the pod has dried back and is really crunchy and dry like this, that's when the seeds are ready to just fall out. So if you want to save your seeds, you're going to want to get to those seeds before this gets to the point where this seed pod is deteriorating or cracking or falling over, because at that point, all of those little seeds are going to spread wherever this lands. So with your poppy seeds, there's a couple different ways to harvest them. The easiest way is to simply cut the heads and shake them into a bucket. As you do that, all of those little seed heads, ooh, and the spider, are going to fall into the bucket, and you are going to have so many seeds just simply from doing that. So then you can take those seeds and either put them in a bag or an envelope, store them, use them in seed swaps, share them, whatever you want to do. Or you can simply take the seed heads as they are, go ahead and cut them and just lay them wherever you want them to basically germinate in the next year. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a handful of these, because we need to clean this area up anyways. It's looking a little messy now that they've died back. And we're just going to tuck them into this bucket and take them over and place them in the area where I want the poppies to grow. Now, you can also just save the whole seed head, A lot of people will just simply put these seed heads in a bag and wait for fall to go ahead and plant them. I don't even wait for fall anymore. I simply just lay them out wherever I want them, and I find I'll have a nice patch by next spring. So if you don't want poppies, cut them while they're still green shortly after they flower. You can wait until the petals die back and then just go ahead and go chop them. And then at that point, you're not going to have as many reseeding as you would if you let them dry like we have. Now I've got my bucket of poppy seeds, and yeah, there's a lot of poppy seeds in there. So what I'm going to do is basically just spread them in the area behind us. This is kind of our meadow lawn that we've been developing, and you can see some patches have really taken off, and then others really got hit by the hot, dry weather. So I'm going to fill in some of those spaces. The poppy seeds are going to be best planted in the fall, but if you miss fall planting, you can actually plant them in late winter into early spring. And they do best when they're just directly sown, so just toss those seeds on the ground. You can prepare the soil if you want higher germination rates, but I go ahead and just toss them in, and yes, you can see behind me, we still have pretty good luck with them. Now, of course, we can't talk about poppies without answering the question that we always get with poppies, which is, can I eat those? They look identical to the poppy seeds that you put on things. It's true. However, there's a lot of different varieties of poppies, like we mentioned earlier. So when we're eating poppy seeds raw, those come from oriental poppies. Now, if anybody asks if you are growing your own oriental poppies for poppy seeds, the correct answer is no, because it is illegal in the US to grow your own poppy seeds. It's actually considered a class 2 drug. So you don't want to be growing your own oriental poppies, but you can certainly enjoy these varieties, which are basically just for looks and beauty and adding extra color to your garden. And then go to the store and buy your poppy seeds, because it's not worth getting arrested while gardening. So I hope this is helpful for you. And if you have poppies in your garden, let me know below what varieties you have. I love poppies, especially those like dark gray ones. So beautiful. I need to get some. And if you want to have a flower that's so easy to grow and also easy to seed save from, I'm definitely going to recommend these poppies for you. Happy planting. I'll see you next time.